Hi, I'm doing Tarot Part 3 today, and I'm going to be getting into more specifics on cards now and what you want to look for when you're reading them. What I'm going to start off with today is talking about number and keyword associations with those numbers for the cards. This is helpful to learn if you're using non-pictorial cards, but even still it helps to further your understanding of pictorial cards because you associate different words and meanings with the numbers. So starting Ace, which is our 1, is about beginnings, opportunities, and new ideas, new energy. 2 is about balance and duality, and it can also be about choices. 3 is a level of achievement. It's a level of completion. It also is a card of creativity, realism, and achievement. So that's 3. Card 4 is about limitations, doubts, holding back, but it's also about reaching a plateau, possibly an area of contentment. 5 is about versatility, communication, and opening up your mind, possibly heart, body, but opening up. 6 is about harmony. It's about idealism, inner peace. Also another level of completion or achievement. Card 7 is about dreams, illusion, magic, and it is also about inner conflict. 8 is about overcoming obstacles, making choices. Yeah, that's what I just associate with 8. 9 is about action, and it's about self-confidence, courage, and this is also sort of about overcoming obstacles or breaking through illusions and falsehoods. 10 is endings and beginnings. It's a final completion card in the numbered court. It's also about new directions and new paths in life. So those are like just basic word associations that I have with the numbers in the tarot. There are a lot more and more in depth too, but just like as a basis, those are some of the first ones I learned. Numbers play a lot, and if you have a pictorial card, here's an example of like how you can take the card and the number. Here we have what do we have? We have the 4 of Swords. And as you can see, we have someone who looks like they're trapped in a box. It's hard to tell whether they're content or sad, but they're sort of trapped in this box made by the 4 of Swords. And as we just discussed, 4 is about limitations, doubts, and holding back. So possibly if you were reading for someone or yourself, 4 of Swords, if this came up from this particular deck was in a reading, this could suggest that you are holding yourself back, or that person you're reading for is holding themselves back. It also could suggest a self-imposed prison, one not of their own making or your own making. Or it could suggest also that you're just simply limiting yourself, limiting your possibilities and whatever you're reading for. So that's just like a quick example. Now even in the major cards, the numbers also play a role. The High Priestess is one of my favorite cards. As you can see, it's number 2 in the deck, so it comes right after the Fool and the Magician. The High Priestess to me is all about mysteries and the unconscious mind, and it's also about feminine power. Particularly with my Rider Wyatt deck, I've always associated this with Isis. And there's a couple different like symbolisms you can pick up on here. Like, you can read so much from these cards. It's just a matter of studying them and finding the different symbolism. Like she has the equal arm cross on her chest. Upon her brow, she's wearing a crown or a hat of that symbolizes the moon, the three phases, triple goddess. She's surrounded, by two pillars that are black and white, so that could represent how we see the world. And then with her in the middle, she is the unconscious mind. She's the mysteries we have yet to discover, the path we haven't yet set upon. Also, the pomegranates on the wall in the back, those could represent very much as well a connection to the underworld, but also a connection to the unconscious mind, and the world that we don't see, the spirit world, or whatever you would like to call it. And then she has, I'm going to turn this upside down. I don't know if you can see it that well, but she's holding a scroll, and it says Torah on the scroll. That also is a connection to the occult and mysteries, sacred writings. There's just, and she's wearing blue. Then the number 2 again, representing duality. There's a lot going on in this card. Some people may say, you overanalyze the card by looking at all those different aspects, but I think the different aspects need to be looked at because it helps us not only in understanding tarot, but it helps us in understanding somewhat human nature and the human mind. Because when you think about it, we don't know exactly who started the system, but these images, connect to us on a deeper level. I think everybody, when they're looking at cards for the first time, you get impressions. There's cards you like, cards you don't like. Excuse me. And it's putting aside those natural, instant dislike feelings and learning, breaking down the card, learning individually what does this all mean. That really helps us to, get to know the card. Another example I'm going to show you is the Strength card, and this is number 8. This is also another card that just seems frequently to come up for me, but she has such a peaceful, serene look on her face, and she's battling, or struggling to keep the jaws of the lion shut. And this could very well be, I drew a blank there for a minute. This could very well represent our inner struggles to somehow, shut up the younger self when it wants to kick and scream and throw a fit. It takes a lot of inner strength to overcome those instincts sometimes. We are instinctively sometimes just get angry. We get mad and pissed, and, we want to rage against the world. But we all have an inner guide or an inner voice that can help quiet that beast. Also, she has the infinity symbol above her head as a sort of halo. And that just kind of represents the ever-going cycle. And also, as we discuss, 8 is overcoming obstacles and existing conditions. That kind of it represents the never-ending cycle. We're always struggling to overcome our baser emotions, I think. Also, with this card, you see she has the flowers along her gown and in her hair. And this, again, it's more representation of the earth. The earth is strongly associated with strength. So, that's my interpretation of that card. Running 9 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and cut the video. There will be more tarot parts 4, 5, however long I can think of stuff to talk about with tarot cards. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.